Sorry, Coach.
Yes.
Okay. Coach, I'm sorry. Good on today's game and the upcoming matchup with either Wichita State or South Florida, and then we'll open up to questions, please.
Okay, can you repeat that question again? Some of it cut out.
Sure. Yeah, we'll just take an opening statement from you at this time on your thoughts on today's game and maybe the upcoming matchup, and then before we open to questions, please.
I guess, first of all, you're always nervous in the first game of the tournament. You feel like this is really, really important that you play well and that you come out and get this win. Temple's a really good team, so we felt like that, we had to really have our A game. Shot really well. I thought our offense, and Jacayla didn't score as much as normal, but I thought our offense really was clicking. Obviously it got really sloppy in that fourth quarter, but really happy to come out with a win, and hopefully, we'll be fresh and ready to go tomorrow, whoever we play.
Okay, we'll take questions for Coach Stockton, please. Please just feel free to chime in with a question, and we'll go from there.
Coach, excuse my ignorance for being a little late to the party here today. I was driving, but is Jordan okay? Was there any physical problem that she had today at all?
Well, she turned her ankle really in that first 5 minutes and was out a little bit, so she was getting retaped and going. So probably slowed her down a little bit, but she got back out there and looked comfortable. And I thought it was a really physical game. I thought there's a lot of times she went to the basket, could have gone either way, but that's just probably gives me a little confidence that she'll be ready to go tomorrow.
So you're not super overly concerned about tomorrow as far as our.
I just ran to our team doctor. He thinks she's going to be fine.
I got you.
Coach, congratulations on the win today. What are some things other than the turnover or some things that you're going to take away from this game and implement for the next game?
Well, yeah, I think number one is rebounding. Both of these teams that we could potentially play are really good if you give them extra opportunities, and, especially a South Florida team. So the rebounding is really key, not to give them a lot of opportunities. And, that's one. And then obviously the turnovers. Offensively, when we got shots, we were making them, and getting to the free throw line, we were making them. So those were really good stats for us. But, we were running a lot of people in and out, and, that probably really affected kind of our continuity on our defenses.
Coach, if you got to the finals, what is that enough in your opinion as far as your resume? Or I know you're going to be asked that question, so I'll just be the first one to ask you that.
Well, I think first of all, you ask a coach. I think obviously winning it is the sure bet, but I think if you get in a situation where you get in this league and get to the finals, I think you really probably made a case for it, just because I think our league has been really competitive and really, really good. So. Especially if you get through a South Florida with what their RPI is and their net, they're really a great team, and they're in the NCAA tournament now. So I definitely think you made a case, but I'd hate to leave it in somebody's hands.
Coach, a moment ago, you talked about making shots on Krystal Freeman, 7 out of 8 today, finished with 18 points in 26 minutes, leading 4 players in double figures. Talk about her effort.
Well, we should have gotten to her more, I think, but no, I thought it was really, we moved the ball pretty well. I mean, they were a lot of times Krystal's man was helping off on Sue Clark when she was in the lane. And I thought Krystal did a great job of coming, getting the ball and making shots. We ran in transition. She was able to get shots on the trail there. So I thought she was just really very fluid today. Did a great job. And again, defensively getting her hands on a lot of balls.
Other questions for Coach?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Okay, we're joined now by forward Krystal Freeman. Krystal, thanks for joining us. Congratulations. If we just get your thoughts on the game today and perhaps what you're looking forward to tomorrow.
Thank you. I think today was just a really good team win. I think everybody showed something and just came ready to play. I'm just looking forward to just having another day for tomorrow and just another game.
Okay, we'll take questions for Krystal. Again, just feel free to chime in if you have a question. Going twice.
Krystal, talk a little bit about the growth you guys have had as a team so far this season, on and off the court.
I think off the court, we are really just a close group of girls. Like, we're really a family. Every huddle, we say family on 3, 1, 2, 3, family. And I think that shows off the court and as well as on the court, we're always together. And we just are able to cheer each other on and just play together and share the ball. And like, I think it just showed today, like, we play like a family.
Great, thank you.
And Krystal, how much did the pace of the game today kind of play into your favor? You certainly had more available players and could go deeper into your bench than maybe Temple did today. How much did that play into how the result played out at the end?
Could you repeat that question?
Sure. How much did the pace of the game kind of play into your favor today, given kind of maybe a little more depth on your side relative to Temple's? And I think they only played 8 players through the game, and you certainly had contributions across the board from top to bottom. How much of that was a factor in how the outcome eventually turned out?
I think the beginning of the game, it was really fast, and I think towards the third quarter it was pretty fast too. And I think us having such a deep bench, it was able to help us keep going versus Temple. I don't think their bench was as deep as ours, so I think that helped us in terms of being tired.
Any other questions for Krystal? All right, Krystal, thank you. Congratulations, and we'll see you back tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right. We're joined now by Coach Tonya Cardoza from Temple. Coach, if we could just get your thoughts on the game today and perhaps even on the season as a whole.
First, congratulations to Tulane. I thought they played a great game. Their guys stepped up and made shots, and, they did what they needed to do. Felt like right from the start, we gave up way too many second chance opportunities. Defensively, we weren't good today. We gave up 40-something points in the first half. It's hard to win, basketball games when you give up that many points. But we just couldn't really, get control of the game. I felt like early in the third period, we started pressuring a little. We cut it to 7. But then from there on, they really shoved it down our throats. Again, giving up second chance opportunities and turning the basketball over. I just don't think that we played a good basketball game today. But as for the season, this is how we've been. We've been pretty inconsistent. With how we play defense, I would say. There's some days that we're really in tune. And we're really after it on the defensive end, and just felt like today wasn't a good day for us on the defensive side.
Any questions for Coach Cardoza, please? Feel free to just chime in if you have a question.
Hey, Coach. So we talked about inconsistencies, and we talked last week about how good you felt about the defense against Memphis. What was it that you saw offensively that just had the guys struggling?
They got inside of us, putting the ball, dribble penetration, or throwing the ball in the post to Clark. I think that's how it started. And then giving wide open shots to Freeman. You can't leave her open. I felt like we just missed assignments or weren't focused enough, but I thought that their dribble penetration definitely hurt us, and allowing them to get offensive rebounds on their dribble penetration or dumping it off to a post player.
And then so many missed layups. I think 13 of 30 from layups. Is it just lack of focus, or do you think it was the defense?
Lack of focus. I definitely think it was lack of focus. We had 2 breakaways that we missed, so definitely a lack of focus. I just feel like we could have played better basketball, and I felt like collectively we all were just in a little bit of a funk because we weren't getting stops or we weren't making shots. And we just have to be better. We have to be better at bearing down and focusing more when things are not going our way.
And then lastly, because of the nature of the season, you were granted the opportunity for some of the girls to come back, and they are coming back. So the fact that you're going to have all of your starters back next season, how does that offseason work with the maturity of your young players like Jaisha, Asana, and then having Mia back for a 5th season and then senior season for Alexa. How important is that growth?
I mean, it's really important, and more so, we have to become better individually at just understanding basketball and learning the game a different way, not just playing the game, but studying the game, watching film, just watching basketball. And I said, just being honest with ourselves and what is it that you want, and then going out and trying to get it. But I think it's important for us to take this summer and really try to get better individually. Because if we don't, it doesn't matter how many extra guys you have coming in. If this is your nucleus, our nucleus has to get better.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Other questions for Coach? Thank you, Coach. Appreciate your time today.
I'll take my mask.
Okay, we're joined now by senior Mia Davis. Mia, thanks for joining us. Can we just get your thoughts on the game today?
I think overall Tulane, of course, out rebounded us. We should have been better on the boards, and we also turned the ball over a lot. So both of those things are things we can control. So we just have to be better in those aspects.
Questions for Mia, please. Feel free to just chime in if you have a question.
Mia, how important is it that you get one more shot? Under normal circumstances, this would be your last game, but because the NCAA granted you guys that extra year, how important is it to have a year of growth and have a second year with Jaysha where she'll be more comfortable in the offense and more comfortable in defense, and having that growth? Alexa stepped up this season, became a double-digit scorer, and then the Sana. How important is that to get one more
very
shot?
Important, just to get an extra year and get another shot for a championship. And like Coach said, we have a lot of things to work on. So it'll be good next year when everybody come together in those aspects and gel together and go for another championship. So it's a very important thing that I get another extra year to fight for another championship.
Thanks, Mia.
You're welcome.
Mia, if you just talk a little bit about this season in general, and some of the challenges it presented, both on the court and off the court. Just to even get to this point where you could play in a conference tournament, right? That just the experience that it went through was just unlike probably any year you've been involved with in basketball, I imagine. Would you say that's the case? And what have you taken away from it?
Of course, this has been a different year due to COVID, so it was a lot of guidelines and things we had to follow. But on the court, we still have a young team, so they have a lot to work on. Well, all of us have a lot to work on, but they are just being thrown into it. So we all have a lot to work on and willing to put in the work.
Any other questions for Mia? All right, Mia, thank you so much. Congratulations on a fine season.
Thank you.
All right.